Americans are bombarded by ads for reward credit cards, but how do you choose the right one for you? According to a study from CardHub.com, $4 billion is unused every year in rewards from cards. So how do you choose the right one? John Ulzheimer, the president of consumer education at CreditSesame.com, is here with us to explain. So how do you analyze all these offerings? There's so many of them. How do they do this?
There are countless rewards options, Gerri, and they're all somewhat different. Redemption, registration, restrictions, and earning capabilities are the metrics that the study used to essentially to compare metrics across the credit cards, rewards cards issued by the top 10 issuers in the country, and essentially how well they did across those four metrics determined the type of grade they got relative to their competitors.
So it's pretty scientific, and they do a pretty good job here. The number one is Barclay Card. Barclay Card Arrival Plus. Why did it get the top ranking?
Yeah, it scored very well, and the reason it scores well, and the reason most of them that did well, is because for every dollar you spent, you actually earned some form of reward. And the assumption is that whenever you use a reward card, you're always going to earn some sort of reward, and that's actually not true. Sometimes you have to register for certain programs that are seasonal throughout the year to get the points. Sometimes you may have excluded purchases, meaning you may use your card to buy certain things, and the purchase does not count at all towards the rewards program. So the Barclay card actually did very well because you got maximum value out of your spending.
PNC Bank Card was the worst. Why?
For the exact opposite reason. In fact, when they compared the cards to each other, someone who spent X dollars got the same or less rewards on the PNC card than they did on the Barclay card, yet they spent the same amount of money. Ooh. And that's essentially the devil in the details that most consumers pay zero attention to. They just think, oh, rewards card, I'm going to earn 1 point or 1 mile or $1 of cash back for every X number of dollars that I spend, and it does not work that way.
You know, I said in the intro that Americans leave $4 billion on the table in unused rewards. So we get really excited about these products, and then we never pay any attention to them ever again. But you actually have some good advice on how to choose the right card for you. You say the devil's in the details.
Yeah, that statistic is truly maddening. $4 billion of money that people are essentially giving away and foregoing. The rewards programs, the interest rates on those types of cards tend to be slightly higher than their non-rewards cousins. But that's not what I think people should focus on, because if you're focused on the interest rate, then you're kind of resigning yourself to the fact that you're going to carry a balance, and that's not a good way to go into a credit card relationship. Use a rewards card where the rewards actually speak to you, meaning that they're meaningful to you. If you spend a lot of time in a Marriott, don't get a rewards card that gives you Hilton points. If you fly American, don't get a card that gives you a lot of Delta points. You'd be surprised how many people just leave those points unused, primarily because the rewards have very little meaning to them. So pick a card where the rewards are going to actually, benefit you financially, and then rock and roll with it.
Rock and roll with it. I like that. John, thanks for coming on the show tonight. Appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me, Gerri.